Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be continuing our project. We've been able to insert data in the last project we worked on. Now we've been able to show all the data that was inserted through this place here. We don't need to reload it all the time. If we enter a user for like let me say John May, you click on say London Road again, then say phone number, that's a random phone number, and you say office delivery is eating pizza, and says please don't put salt. It says thank you. So now if we click on show data here, you can see that it brings out John May. We don't need to we don't need to reload the home page. No, we don't need to reload the whole entire HTML page. We don't really need to do that. Just click here, then it's going to bring it out. So this remove display is going to remove everything here. So the next thing for us to do now is to search for customer, is to enter into this field and click search and search for a customer. That is what we want to do. So what we're going to do right now is pretty simple. We're going to come to show.css search. We're going to create a new file. We're going to call it admin.js. We'll come down here. Source says admin.js, like that. So we're going to give this hold on. We're going to give this search button an ID of find. So I'm going to say find dot click. Put the e there, and say e dot prevent default. So we're going to say let of input text equals to dot trim dot name dot the value. Did we give it a name in the input field here? No, we haven't. So we should give it a name. Dot name, like that. What did I do wrong? Okay, so we're going to work with Ajax. We're going to work with Ajax. The URL is going to be, the URL here is going to be a backend. So here in the backend, you're just going to create a new file and call it admin.php. So let's copy the URL. I'm just going to go back like this. then copy admin like here, copy it there, go back, then I'm going to paste it in front of here like that. I'm going to say the method is going to be a get method. Data type is going to be a string. It's going to be a string. Then the data, there is going to be input text. It says input text also. So a success there, function with data. So we are going to attach the results we get. We're going to attach it here in this. It's going to be under this card, under that card content dot html dot data. So that's good. Now before we work on this admin, before we work on it, we need to go and work on our controller here. We need to work on our controller here. So we're just going to come down the controller like this, come down there, define another method, say you'll be defined customer. Let's put in a parameter here like this, a parameter like that. It's going to find me. It's going to be select start from pick go where name regular expression. We're not using like this, no, we're using regular expression. So EREJEXP, then a question mark like that. So here's going to be query, because this dot connect, this dot prepare. We are preparing it, the SQL statement. Then we are going to execute it. This is going to be find name. Then we are going to fetch the data fetch equals to query dot fetch all, because we're fetching for all the entire data. We're fetching for the data like that. So what we're going to do here, we're going to copy what we have here, this inputs here. We're going to copy it like that. So copy from here like that. We'll come down here, paste it there. Then we also copy what we have here also like this. Copy it there, paste it there like that. Paste it there like that. So at the end of this if statement here, at the end of this if statement here, there's going to be an else statement there. Yes, so we're going to echo out saying the class notification is warning close it like that. Then you have an header which is size, say size 4, asks text with bold, ML6, then we say this customer info does not exist. Just spell exist anyhow, does exist, doesn't really matter, does not exist. Then we'll close the header tag like that. Okay, I think we're good now. We're good for now. So we have our for each. So let me explain what I did. So here we created a method or a function, we set it to public, then we are finding for a customer inside this input search, inside this input space here. So if the admin types in somebody here and clicks on search, it's going to come here and find the user. So this fetch all is going to fetch if the user has multiple example. If they search in Donald Trump and Donald Trump is in the database 3 times, it's going to bring Donald Trump 3 times. And we used this regular expression. Some people do use, you know, like that, but some people do use like that, and regular expression is more better. So the next thing we're going to do now is pretty simple. We're going to go to the admin here, to the admin there like that, and we're going to say we're going to include our functions.php. Functions.php. We're going to say if .get, because right here we're getting information, so we're going to if.get input text, copy this here, if.get input text like that. To get input text like that, we would say customer info equals to get input text there, and we'll say search results into the new controller like that. And I'm going to say search results into reference to this. It's going to reference to this method here, find customer. So find customer, then we're going to input the customer info there. So let's save it. So So let me recap. Now, when the admin types in a particular customer name and they click on search, this one works first. This Ajax method works first before this one. So this URL is getting information from this page here. Now we're using the get method. Data type is string. The data is input text, which is the name. Then if it's successful, we're going to put the results we get from here. It's going to be inside this card content. So now we can test what we've done. You could refresh it and let's type in something else. What's going on? There's an error somewhere. Unexpected token on line 7. Okay, that was my error. Refresh it. So you see, this customer info does not exist because this information here is not in database. So if I should type in Trump here like this, I should type in Trump, refresh that, type in Trump, customer does not exist. Let me copy it if I'm doing the wrong one. Let me check the data. This is connect. We set it to pick start from this when name. This is something like this one. We give it a fetch all. Okay, I think this is my error here. It's supposed to be fetch data, not users. It's supposed to be fetch data. So let's refresh it and put in back Trump. That's weird. Mary. What is my error? I have an error laughing at me now. There's an error somewhere. It has to be coming from here. It can't come from here. It can't be from here. Find user. Functions. Saying if this is greater than 0, where is my error? 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 We have the data fetch because the query here. goes to the query there, and the customer info. Okay, Ajax. Oh, this is my error. That's my error. So should I have Trump? Okay, good. So this was the error here. That was the error. If you can debug your programs, you'll be a better programmer. If you know how to look for errors, if you know how to find errors, spot errors, you'll be a better programmer. So let's look for this name. Let's say this one, search. Come here again and say, let's just say John. You get to see we have John May and Sarah John. Let's just say May. You get to see we have John May. So here we could keep inserting data, and maybe in your restaurant business, after the data has entered the database successfully, you could just give them a call for a confirmation, a call for a confirmation, and tell them, oh, I'll be coming over to deliver. If the delivery type is home delivery, let's give this a background color. Let's give this a background color here. Just say style. Let's just say body background. Say F6, F7, F8. So I think we could just say that as a background color. Okay, I think it's okay that way. Remove display. Customer does not exist. Type in J. Brings things like that there. So I recommend using this one. Yeah, I recommend using this one instead of like. Use this one. This one functions more better than like. This is one you guys should be using. Okay guys, this is going to be the end of the video, and in the future I can create another project where there's going to be a notification that's going to pop up from any user that has entered an information through these input forms here, like that. Okay guys, please don't forget to subscribe, and after this video I'm going to be putting the entire source code to my GitHub. You can copy it there and learn from it. Okay guys, thanks very much. Bye.